I tripled my testosterone last year from 270 to 870 nanograms per deciliter and got 3T, also tripled it from 8 to 21 nanograms per deciliter. And now I'm going to tell you all the benefits that you can realistically expect from doing something like this. If you want super quick results, click one of the two links in the description below. These are two services, one is free and one is paid, and this will help you get quick results, such as tripling your testosterone like I did in 3 months. So I'm going to be 100% honest, 100% realistic with all the benefits you can genuinely expect if you triple your testosterone. And I'm going to do this in like a tier list fashion because I thought it would be quite fun. This is just basically so you know that in what ways it will change your life, because it will change your life, but I'm just going to show you kind of rank the benefits. Personally, in my opinion, obviously for you it'll be different. I'll rank the benefits that are the things that you can expect from doing something like this. So let's get into it. Right, so let's start with number one, attraction and attention from girls. Now, I'm gonna put this high up because I think this can be quite life-changing. Like for me, I started going on like regular dates and getting regular attraction when I increased my testosterone, and now I've got a girlfriend and it's been great and it's been a life changer basically. So I'm gonna put this. So what I'll do, so I'm gonna put this in S and I'll put it at the front just for now. Less anxiety. For me, this was quite a big thing because I have struggled. I did have anxiety basically my whole teens up to my 20s. So I'm going to put this in A. Muscle, for me, I guess when I started it was more important, but now I'd say less important. So I'll put that B for now. Focus is going straight to A. Just for the way that it's helped work and all the other things in my life. Strength, I will put A as well. That's just very important for me, for my sport as well, and just generally, just feeling strong is a really cool thing to have. Confidence, I will put as A, or actually what I'll do, I'll put less anxiety in S tier and then confidence in A, because confidence, I guess it depends for you, but for me, it was more important to have no anxiety than high confidence. Resilience to stress, I'll put that in B. And right, sex drive. To be honest, I think this is less important if you get enough of this. So I'm going to put that in B actually. I'll put that in B. Respect from others, I'm going to put that in C, because I feel like if you are more, this one that we're going to talk about, if you're more like, if you don't really care as much, then it doesn't really matter what people think, but obviously it's nice to get respect. Actually, you know what, I'll put it in B. So we've got none in C and D, but there will be some. Happier more often is straight to D. Because I think if you're more working on like a true purpose, you'll be happier anyway. And I don't think that this is a benefit really that purely comes from increasing testosterone. I think this is something that comes from more of a fulfillment type of thing, a fulfillment, like being fulfilled from a goal. Calmness, I don't really give a fuck about, to be honest. I'll put that in D. This fake nothing mindset is that like self-assuredness that comes from high testosterone. That's kind of like, I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. I'm just going to be completely authentically myself, and that's been huge for me. So I'll put that in A. Good dopamine rat energy is kind of what I mean by like a bad dopamine rat is like, I want junk food, I want Netflix, I want porn, I want YouTube. Good dopamine rat, I want to read, I want to work, I want to train, I want to make some real progress in my goals. So I'm going to put that in A. And energy, I would also put that quite high up. That energy throughout the day probably ties into this a lot, but I'll put that in A as well. Really, I think we need less in A. I'm going to drop confidence and put this one up here. And I'm going to reorder these. So this will be first. This will be lower down. This will be up here. This will be here. So they're in order from left to right, left being the most, like the best benefits from testosterone, and right being the least. And then I'm going to put, to be honest, now thinking about it, I don't think sex drive is as important. If you get attraction from girls, naturally you will have higher sex drive if you are a normal guy. And then I'll put respect from others, I will drop again, and then I will put focus here. So I feel like that's a fair layout of all the benefits. So that's personally my opinion. Obviously, you'll have different priorities and opinions. So that just shows you that there are a lot of benefits, and they're all great, to be honest. They're all great. Even the ones in D tier are still really good to have. Just for me, like, the biggest struggles I had was my anxiety, and getting rid of that was just on its own, tripling my testosterone was worth that single benefit on its own. And so basically my goal on this channel, help young guys destroy their anxieties by getting dramatic benefits in testosterone by specific testosterone increasing protocols that I have all laid out in my paid course. There is also a free link below that you can use to get a call with me for about 15 minutes. Now, basically, I'll help you map out how you can go about destroying anxieties through increasing your testosterone, but just not to the same extent that I would in the course. That is just to help you get quicker results. If you found this useful and if you think this is the place for you, then subscribe, because this channel will continue to help you. And I'll continue to give out like practical tips and advice over the videos. That's all for now, and until next time, bye.